Hey there, y'all, and welcome to today's Daily Down and Dirty. My name is Fairlight. Welcome to Airy Fairy Tarot. All right, y'all, so the message today is about really seeing the truth and allowing it to give you the strength to overcome whatever challenges, whatever blocks, whatever obstacles. We start out with these 3 oracle cards. We've got Love Without Condition, we've got Heed the Messengers, and we've got See the Truth. And so I was like kind of ruminating, marinating, whatever, thinking about that. And then I was, pulling some tarot cards, and 2 cards came out that totally gave me what the meaning was of this. But before I truly grasped what it was, I put it back in. And the 2 cards were, on top of it, it was the 7 of Swords, and underneath that was the King of Swords. And they were reversed to each other. But I couldn't tell how they were trying to come out, and which one was trying to be upright. And then I put them back in when I realized that it was both. Sometimes we can lie to ourselves about the honesty of another person or a situation or whatever. And we can enable outside situations or people to deceive us. We enable ourselves to be deceived because we see what we want to see, and we don't want the burden of holding others accountable. And then at the same time, then I'm trying to see it the other way, and what was it trying to say? Sometimes a person will be speaking their truth and being very honest and not deceiving. And then we choose to deceive ourselves because we don't want to accept what they were saying. And so I feel like with this Love Without Condition card, it kind of gives almost like a detachment. When you can love without condition, you're not too attached to the story that we create about another person, or a story we create about ourselves, or a story we create about a situation, because we can become very attached to what that is, and then we don't want to accept the truth of something, the truth of a person. Cognitive dissonance is what that is. And there's so many examples. An example I guess I can give that kind of would apply both ways. I'm on a trail I haven't been in since probably 2019, 2020. When I lived in Asheville before COVID, and I was, this is kind of a silly, kind of an embarrassing story, but whatever. I was in a relationship that I didn't want to be in, and I knew I didn't want to be in the relationship anymore even before we had moved to Asheville. But we were in Hurricane Florence, and he had lost his house, and he was too vulnerable to let go. And I didn't want to be a bad person and leave him in his time of need. So I continued on, knowing it wasn't what I wanted, but also feeling an obligation to, help him get through his trauma. And I don't think that was the wrong decision. I really don't. I feel like my guides were working with me, and they had told me this will be over by July. And it was, by July of 2019. And that's when it ended. So we were hiking this is a long story, whatever. We were hiking these trails here, and I just couldn't deny my feelings anymore. And I told him, I don't want to be with you anymore. And he took off running the other way. And it's weird that that's what came up, but and so he talked me into staying with him for a couple months after that. And it's like all of that denial. So while that's a big long story and a big long share, I just feel like there's so much to break down within that. One, a person can tell us their truth, and if it doesn't align to what we want, sometimes we just don't want to accept that truth, and we can try to force what we want. It's so much the Chariot card, and about sovereignty, and why I feel like Chariot cards that are represented with no reins connecting their chariot to whatever's pulling them forward, whether it's dragons, whether it's sphinxes, whether it's horses, whatever it is. No reins means sovereignty. No reins and sovereignty means your destiny is personal to you. And while people, places, situations, ideas, belief systems can align to the direction of our truth and our path and our destiny, often enough it only aligns for small distances or long distances, but ultimately each person's destiny is sovereign unto themselves. And it happens very often that a person's destiny will pull them in one direction and our own sovereign journey pulls us in a different direction. And if we're not willing to let go, then either we allow ourselves to be pulled down a road that isn't right for us, or we try to force somebody to come down a path that isn't right for them. And it always leads to a power struggle because we can only deny ourselves for so long. I want to give another example because this whole walk today has really been a big process for me, and I don't usually want to give such personal shares, but whatever, I'm giving lots of personal shares. I went to Utah for my brother's celebration of life, and that was painful and also beautiful, and a 48-year-old confrontation, 48 years, you guys, finally happened while I was there between my stepmother and me, to where she finally had to express how much she hated me, how much she resented having to have me in her life. And that confrontation set us both free. And maybe it wasn't an ideal situation, and maybe the solution so far hasn't been ideal, but at least the confrontation happened. But could you imagine hating your stepchild for 48 years and having to pretend you don't hate this person your whole life? Or on my side, like, I knew she hated me, and my dad just wasn't able to handle the truth of it, and so everybody had to lie and pretend. And again, I don't know why I feel compelled to give such big shares, but it just feels like I know a lot of people are going through some things. There's a lot of timelines that are completing, a lot of loose ends either being chopped off or tying themselves up. And however difficult a situation may be, fucking let go when it's time to let go. Let go or be dragged, as they like to say. But fucking let go. There's no reason to put yourself through that for 48 years or even 2 more months. If you know a truth of something, no matter how difficult it is, and of course every situation is unique unto itself. My kids haven't always loved living with me, but sometimes I'm all they got. So until they find a different solution, we're gonna have to do the best we can, or find resolutions, make it work. Sometimes there is a situation like that, but often enough, I think there are greater solutions even within something like that. And again, I don't know why I'm a little embarrassed to give such personal shares, but whatever. This whole love without condition, trying to make it fit in with this heed the messengers and see the truth. I feel like primarily it's love yourself without condition. Love yourself without condition. There's such a weird pressure for perfection. But who decides what perfection is? Who gets to really decide what's perfect for you? Since I already talked about these two situations. So for the one partner, perfection for him was, I think he wanted to get married and shit. That was his idea of perfection. But, why would a person agree to that if it's not perfect for them, And sometimes it just doesn't work that way. And then in the thing of the stepmother, her idea of perfection was a world without me in it. Or if I was going to be in it, I'm not allowed to sing. Well, why should I have to deny myself my love of singing to make someone else happy, to acquiesce to their version of perfection. So all of these different things. You know, some people feel like eating a vegan diet is perfection, while others don't feel that way. Some people literally, you know, need meat for their health. You know, there is no one size fits all. So then I'm going to go to the tarot cards I pulled. We've got the Sun, we've got the Hermit, we've got the Strength card, and underneath that, it's the Six of Swords and the Nine of Wands. So this is about allowing the light of truth. And so, well, I wanted to go to those, but then I just want to finish with these. This love without condition, I feel like when you can love and accept yourself without conditions, then you can accept others for who they are and not put their conditions on yourself, and then also not put conditions on them. We don't have to be in each other's lives. Not everybody has to agree, you know? Not everybody loves the blues. Some people love the blues. Jerry Garcia has a quote that he says, because not everybody loved the Grateful Dead, you know? And so his comparison was, not everybody likes black licorice, but those people who like black licorice, they really like black licorice. So it's that sort of thing. It's more about creativity. It's more about expression. It's more about, there's like 8 billion people on the planet, and we're all here creating our own experience. And then beyond this earthly experience, there's like limitlessness. So, you know, recognize your own cognitive dissonance and that love without condition. When you love yourself unconditionally, you can love and accept others and still discern that ain't for me, man. And then this whole heed the messengers thing, I really feel like it's really seeing the truth in situations, recognizing your own truth. If you're lying to yourself or lying to others because you're trying to be perfect, fucking heed the message within that. But then also recognize when others are telling you what you want to hear, and you can see that it's not their truth. You know, heed that, watch their actions. They might say something, but do their actions line up? And really, I think the messengers is probably also about like spirit guides, number synchronicities, but everything can be a messenger. And then ultimately heed the truth. So then, you know, coming back to these, you know how I feel about major arcanas. We are at a major destiny point in life. Our choices are limitless. Our choices are limitless. I'll say it 3 times. Our choices are limitless. We are limitless, unbounded beings. And so be free in that. You are free, you are free. You are free, you are free. Free, 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 free. And so first, it's shine your fucking light, man. The Sun is the most beautiful, happiest card in the whole deck. It's about your brilliance. It's about you shining your light, living your goddamn truth. Living your goddamn truth. And allowing others their own truth. And if you ain't for them, don't try to make yourself for them. And if they ain't for you, it's fine. It's fine. Be free. Express yourself. Live your truth. You've got the strength to do this. And with this Hermit card, there's something about these 2 cards where it's accepting your own darkness as well as your light. We've got these shadow realms. It's okay to love yourself there. It's okay to be a little bit dark. It's okay if you like going to the bars and listening to live music. I know I sure do. But it's okay if that's not your thing. If you just, you know, if you want to go to church and just be, you know, on the cover of Clean Living magazine. Like, whatever is perfect for you is perfect for you. Perfection is an illusion, you know? But it's like really looking within and finding the light of your own truth and accepting yourself there. And then having the strength to accept that. I love this strength where she's taming the beast. But again, between the light and the dark, you are both the gentle strength and you're also the wild beast. And it's finding your own balance. And then it's like having the courage to move on from whatever you're struggling with. You know, find resolution and move on from it. We don't have to stay in these challenges. We can just be, you know, to thine own self be true. Know thyself. Know yourself and accept yourself. And whatever truly aligns with your passion, whatever truly aligns with your expression, whatever truly aligns with your excitement, do that, be that, follow that, love yourself. The world isn't going to change until you allow yourself to be sovereign and express yourself authentically. All right, that's all I have for today. Thank you so much for watching and listening and putting up with my nonsense each and every day, but especially today. I feel like showing you this beautiful, I think it's a honey calcite. My best friend Desi gave this to me. Thank you, Desi. My Colorado bestie, but she's my bestie. And I just felt like I needed to give you this energy. I've been watching that Reiki guy, and he's like, you know, and he has a stone that kind of looks like that. So I felt like showing it to you. Let's harmonize ourselves. It goes to the heart, but really it's about that solar plexus energy, which is so much about, it's all about personal power, personal drive, personal preference. All right, that's enough for now. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Fairlight. Peace and love. Until next time.